Greetings, loves. Greetings, greetings, greetings. So, check, mic check. Testing, testing. And hoping you guys can hear me. Ooh, y'all, it's cold. Okay? It is definitely cold. So, we got to do an update to this David case. Now, I'm going to listen. Listen. It is definitely my fault because if I bring you some information, it should be accurate, right? Okay, good. However, I went off of what I got from Sloan. Now, I'm going to go back over Sloan's video first. Let me find that video from Sloan. Yep, he got it in the title. Okay, so he has it in the title that Neon was arrested for Celeste's demise. Okay, that's what it says in the title. Yep, it says David's best friend arrested for Celeste's red rum. Now, if you take red rum and put it backwards, then that's what it is. Now, 1 second, because I need to make sure you guys can hear me because no one is in the chat thus far. So let me do a quick check. Okay. You can hear me. Now, what I'm having a problem with is my microphone is not properly connected. So let me try and get my proper microphone going.
And see how that is working. Alright, so check, test. Okay. So we're good.
We're good. Shout out to everyone who is in the building. Hit the like. All right. Make sure you share this video out. We're talking about the David and Celeste case, and we're talking about Sloan. Okay, dramatic behind Sloan. Hey, Sloan. Sloan, darling, you need to get it together, baby. Okay? I'm going to need you to get it together. All right? So give me a second. Let me share this video so that people will know I am live. YouTube does not always share the video. And so, you know, we might have to do that ourselves sometimes. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hitting that like button. All right. Thank you for sharing the video. All right. Thank you for your comments, your support. Thank you for donating to the Cash App. Okay. Having some difficult, very, very dire and difficult times, and could use your financial support. Could use you hitting that like button and sharing the video out and commenting. Say hello. Let me know you are here. Okay. Do that. So I'm going to continue to share the video. If you just bear with me for a second, and we're going to get right into it, and we're going to start with calling out Sloan. Okay, Sloan. Most of you guys know who Sloan is. All right, Sloan is a commentator, and he talks about pretty much every doggone thing, right? And Sloan did a video earlier today, and Sloan said, Sloan said that Neon, who is David's best male friend, he said that Neon was arrested for Celeste's red rum. And he said, David is next. That's what he said. I said, well, Sloan ain't gonna tell no lies, is he? Is he? See, I wasn't able to look into that at the time. So I said, y'all, I went and I did a quick search and I saw that other news reports were saying that he was arrested. And I said, dang. However, he was arrested. That's true. But not necessarily for actually doing the deed. Now, if you don't know, Celeste is a young girl. She was 14 years old when she departed this earth. We presume. She was a lot younger than that when she began to, I guess we gotta say allegedly, date the singer David. Now, I believe that Neon, the one who was just arrested, and David are lovers. I believe that they are lovers. And that probably will come out. Now, I'm looking at Neon's mugshot. He's smiling in this mugshot. Now, I can show you the mugshot, and I will. But I'm not going to actually play these people's videos because I don't want to put it right on the screen. I don't want any copyrights. I'm getting hit, a lot. Mainly because I'm advocating for Krishan Rock's 2-year-old son who's being neglected, abused, mistreated. Yeah. So, they're trying to take down the channel. But we're going to talk about that later. So let's listen to what Sloan said earlier that had me thinking his behind was telling the truth. Sloan, why you do this? Why you do it? Let's listen. Take a listen. Now, Neon is smiling in his mugshot. Let's go through some of the photos we have of Neo being arrested. Here he is in Montana. Neo was not permitted to leave the state of California or really Los Angeles in general because of this connection. Let me know that you guys can hear that. He probably had nowhere to go, just kind of waiting for this moment for the police to pick him up. I mean, a person with maybe some little bit of integrity, some morals, would have turned themselves in, but we're dealing with these. He ran off to his mommy's in Montana, and they actually worked with LAPD. John, can we do a round of applause?
anyways, we'll do a round of applause. Actually, speaking of statistics, right? But yeah, I'm glad that they worked with Montana Police to scoop them up.
Listen at him.
Like, and that's not what you should
How
do.
dramatic.
No, not after a 14-year-old has been chopped up. Remember, after I spoke to the ME's office, they told me they believe that most kids were they had cut the phone, you could tell the different levels of force being used, which would
Okay. Let's pause that for a second. Now, Sloan says that multiple people were involved with the chopping of Celeste's body. He says that is because there are, you can tell that there were different weights used to like, there was different pressure amounts on the stab wounds. That does not mean that. It could indicate that that is a possibility, but it does not mean that, okay? It does not mean that. So here we are, Sloan is being deceptive yet once again, because he's telling you guys that for a fact, multiple people were involved in the stabbing of Celeste. Because as he says it, the pressure wounds were at different pressure points. And I'm here to tell you guys, that's not necessarily true. It can indicate that you may want to look into that being a possibility. That's about it. Sloan, please stop.
where you can see that he is being put into only bracelet to have on for a long time. I actually do wonder, I mean, if he was actually
So they did show Neon being arrested. They showed him being arrested.
To go and appear in front of the grand jury, that joyous. He looks genuinely.
He does. He does. Hopefully you guys can hear this. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. See, he's believing what people said. And that's not true. Now, someone said that Neon is already out on bail. So I'm going to see if you guys can hear my sound effects real quick. Because I believe that I need to do something else. Okay. Well, I spelled case wrong in the title. that I did do. But can y'all hear Sloan in the background? That's what I want to know too. You cannot. Okay, hold on. My bad. Let's fix that. Okay. So the microphone is microphoning because you can't hear nothing from the background. Okay, it's not the same as when I am going live from my phone. You can't hear nothing from the background, so you ain't been hearing none of that. All right, so we got to do it all the way. All right, so let me pull this video up on my laptop, y'all. Just hold on a second so you can hear this, and then you'll be able to see it as well. Okay. You'll be able to see that in Sloan's title, it says that Neon was arrested for the murder of Celeste. And that's not true, Sloan. That's not true. You had me saying that. Shame on you, boy. Shame on you. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, share my screen. There we go. Add stage. And
less. So let's get into it. You really have to be one sick individual to be smiling like this in your mugshot for your connection to the murder of a 14-year-old girl. Let me reintroduce you guys to Neo. This is David's close friend, someone I've been calling out throughout this entire investigation. Well, he's finally behind bars, which is a good sign that we might be getting some progress. Maybe David would be next. I mean, from what I know, David hasn't even been questioned yet, but his buddy is behind bars. Let's go through some of the photos we have of Neo being arrested. Here he is in the state of Montana. Keep in mind, Neo was not permitted to leave the state of California or really Los Angeles in general because of his connection to this investigation. So him leaving all the way to Montana is already a violation. He was actually at his mother's home. How are you going to bring this kind of chaos to your mom's home? Keep it out of the family, but he probably had nowhere to go, just kind of waiting for this moment for the police to pick him up. I mean,
I don't know, Sloan. I don't believe anything you say anymore. Sorry, I just don't, because you have here in your title, David's best friend arrested for Celeste's murder. Okay? You had me saying it on my break earlier. And that's not true, buddy. That's not true. Like, you told a deliberate lie. Okay? No, that's not right.
A person with maybe a little bit of integrity, some morals would have like turned themselves in, but we're dealing with these kind of guys. You know, he ran off to his mommy's in Montana and the cops came and picked him up. They actually worked with the LAPD. Shout out to the LAPD for once. Can we do a round of applause? A clause.
Unboxing
Santa Claus.
coming.
Anyways, can we do a round of applause? Actually, speaking of Santa, it's like snowing everywhere, right? But yeah, I'm glad that they worked with Montana police to go and scoop him up because he was probably just like relaxing, living his best life. And that's not what he should be doing. No, not after a 14-year-old has been chopped up. Remember, after I spoke to the ME's office, they told me that they believed that multiple people were involved in that chopping of the body because of how the blade cut the bone. You could tell the different levels of force was being used, which would indicate that like separate people were, using the knife to go.
No. Just know. That doesn't indicate that multiple people were involved. It can be an indicator that might be a possibility. Yeah. It could indicate that you may need to look into that as a possibility, but it does not mean it does not mean that multiple people were involved. Sloan. No. You can be cutting up something or chopping something, and you could be using different amounts of force, especially with something as severing a body. It is going to wear you out. It's going to be tiresome. And you're not going to have the same amount of pressure every single time. No freaking way. You're going to get tired. Okay, you're going to get extremely tired. So you're going to have way different pressure points. It would be highly unprofessional and irresponsible of the investigators to sit up there and say, oh, because there were different amounts of force used, then that means that this is the doings of several different people. No, no way. Sloan, just please stop it, okay? Do better.
And chop away at her. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's Neo. Here is a photo where you can see that he is being put into handcuffs. Yeah, those are the only bracelets he'll have on for a long time. I actually do wonder, I mean, if he was actually part of the mutilation and the killing, I do think that he probably could spend the rest of his life behind bars.
I think he was. I think he was. I think he was involved because I think that he and David were having an affair. I think that they are lovers. I think that they are in love with each other. Okay? All the footages that I've seen of them two, it looks clear to me that, you know, they have something going on, that, you know, I think that there is a crazy storyline there. I really, really do.
Right? Here are some of the booking records. So you can see he was arrested at it's 1756. So that is military time. That would be like what, 5:56, which looks about right. Like looking at the sunlight in those photos. And there he is, 23 years old. Here is more of the paperwork. I just want you guys to see the receipts. And it looks like he's not in Montana for much longer. They're sending him right to Los Angeles to go and appear in front of that grand jury, the grand jury that he's been trying to avoid so desperately. But really, smiling like this is going to give me nightmares. I can't imagine.
If you hate tomatoes, kale, or literally anything else,
how is he smiling like that in his mugshot pictures over something so serious as a young underage girl? Okay, now I want to stay. But how's he smiling in his mugshot pictures? Like, that's crazy.
Comfortable and joyous. I don't know. He looks genuinely happy. It's not like a nervous smile. It's like a, hey, like I'm chilling. My man's gonna bail me out. Who the F smiles in their mugshot for an arrest tied to a potential murder trial for a child? Is he a sociopath also? Does he think he is shooting a commercial with his wide smile? Someone said Colgate endorsement. Maybe he didn't know at the time of the photo last night that he wasn't getting bond. Well, good thing they are not giving him bond. Wait, he's not getting bond? Amazing. Like, keep him locked up. Does Neo even realize how much trouble he is in? Why is he smiling? The people are confused. My theory so far is right. I've been saying Neo is guilty AF. They're just trying to get him to flip. I believe he probably moved the car last, and they'll use that to pressure him to talk in exchange for a lighter sentence or possibly immunity, depending on what he knows. And
let's see, is Neo out of jail? Now, Neo Langston is currently in jail in Montana after failing to appear as a witness in a homicide case relating to the death of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. He was booked into the Lewis and Clark County jail, and he is being held without bond. So those saying he already got out, the reports here are saying he has not got out. He doesn't even have bond. That is kind of deep. That's kind of deep, because if you don't even have bond and it's simply that you failed to appear as a witness, we're not in trial. I don't know about y'all, but that's telling me something. He's being processed for transfer to, that makes sense. He's got to be transferred to Los Angeles. Okay, cool. So let me see. Let me read some more. I'll share this page because I'm kind of done with Sloan. And I will share. It's not giving me the option to share the page. That's weird. Oh, I guess I didn't stop it all the way. All right, so share screen. All right, here we go. Okay, Neil Langston, and why? Oh, why is he behind bars now? Okay. As a witness to testify in this case. Damn, David's nails look better than mine, don't they? Sheesh. My nails look like I've been working. Half of these is gone. These hanging in there, but broke up. Golly. He got money though. But I mean, I'm just saying, like your nails painted, you got stickers on them. That's a shame what they did to her. All right, so I'm gonna have to make this smaller because, wait, no, I don't. I can do like this. All right, so Neil Langston, who is a friend to popular and now controversial musician David, that is D4vd, was arrested and after failing to appear as a witness in an LA homicide probe. Now, according to TMZ, why do we got TMZ? Neil was booked into a Montana jail on Thursday, and representatives for the Lewis and Clark County Jail told the publication that there was a warrant out for Langston's arrest, and he was taken to jail and is being held without bond, and he needs his face slapped for that smile. Okay? Because why are you smiling like that? This is not nothing to smile about. Now, Neo's being processed to be transferred to Los Angeles, according to TMZ. So Sloan got some cute ass eyes. And if I go back, this is so crazy, y'all. If I go back, let me see. Well, it's not the same as it is on my big screen. But the way I got it paused on the big screen, Sloan is just looking dead into the camera, them eyebrows on point, and them eyes is just as smooth and sexy. He's a cute ass. But Sloan, you be too dramatic. And Sloan, I don't appreciate you sometimes. You know, some of the things you say. What I don't appreciate you doing is making up, you know, a post that you did not have to make up. You didn't have to say that Neo was arrested for actually doing the deed, because that's not what it was. You didn't have to say that, Sloan. You just didn't, sir. And I know you need to repent. You should apologize to your viewers and just don't ever do that again, okay? Don't, because there's no way to mistake it. The news report says it clearly. You've been in this a long time. Now, it says he's been transferred, Neo is being processed to be transferred to Los Angeles. According to TMZ, his trek south began immediately when he appeared before a judge on Friday morning, and the streamer was busted by authorities in Helena, Montana. Now, they were helping LAPD's robbery homicide division. Now, Neil Langston is a 23-year-old Twitch streamer known as Neo the Asian. I don't know if you guys have ever watched him on Twitch. According to TMZ, David is likely to be charged with the murder of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who dismembered remains was found in an impounded Tesla. Now, the remains were suspected to be in the Tesla before it was impounded. That is how it became impounded. Let's be clear. It's cold. Frog hair. Okay? I'm trying not to say what I want to say. Baby, I'll fit the microphone any day. I'm about to turn on the heated blankets. 'Cause it's cold. Yes, it's cold. But it won't be cold where David will go. It won't be cold where Neil will go. It won't be. Trust. Trust. Now, Celeste had been reported missing in Lake Eleanor, roughly 75 miles from the Hollywood Hills, since April 5th of 2024. Now, those reports, that report in particular, is kind of up and down because she has been really back and forth with her family. Her family pretty much knew where she was. Her family knew she was dating David. It is alleged that David was paying off her family. So the saying she was missing since April of 2024 is not exactly accurate. So let me put this on here where it belongs so I don't lose it, and that is the cover to the camera. There we go. All right. Now, according to reports, she and the singer were seemingly in a relationship, and they were spotted together on several occasions. All right? It's so sad. So many people knew about them being together. There's such a draft, I'm feeling. I know I ain't just too long got in, so it's got to, the heat got to start circulating, but the design. I need a blanket. I need a blanket, y'all. I can't with this cold weather. Y'all be safe out there because, you know, they're talking about ice and this and that. And I'm just like, I know I'm supposed to be doing my 30-day thing. It ain't started yet, though. We're going to keep it real. It ain't started. I probably should have stopped and got me something to tie me over, because ain't nothing up in here. Might have to give it a crunchy domino. Them thin crusts be hitting it, but I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I can gobble up a thin crust in one sitting, okay? And then be like, what's next? So, I don't know. But they be good. They be good. Let's see. TMZ reported that a grand jury had convened since November last year and that several witnesses had already testified. Okay. Now, David's manager, Robert Morgan Roth, I've never heard that name before, testified last month. Now, according to the news outlet, his testimony lasted for days. A reporter from the publication allegedly overheard Robert telling his lawyer in the hallway of the courtroom that prosecutor Beth Silverman was very pushy in questioning why he did not call the police. All right, me and this microphone, we gonna fight. I mean, it makes sense for her to ask him that. Bro, why didn't you call the police? First of all, you knew she was a minor. You knew her family had her as missing, runaway, whatever. you knew David was way too old to be dating her. And I'm sure he knew a whole lot more, including some of the things I am speculating here, which, trust me, my speculation comes from hours and hours of footage. And some of this footage comes from other people have gathered it, and I've watched it. But there's a lot of footage that can suggest that Neon and David, secret lovers, yes, that's what they are. I forgot the words, but they're in love. And like I said earlier, I don't buy this report from the police. Oh, Celeste wasn't pregnant. We can confirm she was. You cannot. You cannot, because her body was too decomposed. You cannot, for whatever reason, and I think that it's important that they said that. I think it is telling of what, I'm not sure. Covering up something, I'm sure. Covering up the fact that she was pregnant, I'm not saying that. But I think it's important to note that they felt like they needed to go out of their way to say that she wasn't. Now, I know the public was speculating a lot that she might be pregnant. And for them to want to confirm that she was not pregnant, to me, is highly suspect, especially since that's just not something that they do. It's not something that they do. There has been no trial. So that's kind of like leaking information that you don't want to leak. Because let's just say she was pregnant. If she was pregnant, that could be used against somebody. Now, we assume David, but it could be somebody else who may be suspected of possibly being in a position to get her pregnant, right? But it could be used against somebody. So, hear me out, guys. If you had involvement in the elimination of this young girl and you did something with her that you should not have, whether it was with her will or against her will, I don't know the age of consent. I didn't look it up. I can't say. However, regardless of the age of consent, if you were intimate with her, and let's say the reasoning for you, or one of the reasons for you wanting to get rid of her was because, hey, she might be pregnant with my baby. And you do or do not know for sure. Let's say you don't know for sure, but you think so. Maybe she said she was. Wasn't there speculation from the Reddit, allegedly, that she was pregnant? Didn't her and David allegedly make an announcement on Reddit that she was pregnant? Because I saw a lot of things that said that they did. If someone eliminated her thinking that she was pregnant, even if the cops knew she wasn't, that would be something they would want to hold close to keep the perpetrator sweating, shaking, nervous. What do they have against me? What do they know? What is it that they can use against me? That's something they can use against them. It's not something that they would just come out and say, yeah, she wasn't pregnant. To me, giving that information taints the case, and it kind of helps any potential suspects. Seriously. It just behooves me that so many people were just like, oh yeah, they said she wasn't pregnant, so she wasn't pregnant. No. No, not necessarily. Okay. So he says that the prosecutor was very pushy in questioning why he didn't call the police, as she should be. As she should be. Because he should have did what? Call the police. He should have did what? Call the motherfucking police. Morgan Roth, who is David's manager, responded that he told him it wasn't his responsibility and his only job was to ensure that David's tour was a success. I disagree. If there are certain things involved with your client, if there are certain things happening in front of your face, oh yeah, it's your responsibility to report it. It's kind of like this situation with Krishan Rock and this coach and everybody else at that gym that are watching and participating in the neglect and abuse and the heckling of this 2-year-old little boy. No, it's their responsibility to say something about it. Not here, not on my watch, and report it. Yes, it is. So, Miss Me, Celeste was underage. She's 14 years old. Yeah, saying that it wasn't your responsibility tells a lot about your character at minimum. Your only job was to ensure that his tour was a success? Well, you failed at your job because his tour was what? Not a success, because his tour at the very beginning of it was disturbed by what? News that this young girl was found in his car, dismembered. So how did you ensure that his tour was a success? You didn't. By not reporting things would ensure that the tour was a success. But that definitely was part of your job. Okay? We can't only just go by what our job is. We have other jobs besides the job description, literally, that we're giving in our given profession or our given job performance. I worked as a caregiver, many different formats, right? But it's not just my job to take care of the patients. It's my job to report things that I see going on by other people that are in violation. Okay, I'm a mandated reporter, so that's kind of different because it is my job, technically. So that would be different. But you guys get what I'm saying. It's your job as a child of God. That's ridiculous for him to say that. That just tells you that, ain't no telling what went on that he knew about that he said nothing about. So it says last year's speculations arose that Robert collaborated with the singer and that he had something to do with her passing. And when I say passing, it's not to underplay what happened to her. It's only to avoid trying to say words that YouTube doesn't want us to say because she was taken. So he vehemently denied the accusation. How dare you say something like this with no facts, in quotation? This video is false and the person is misinformed. This is the only time I'll speak on this matter, for now. This has been a tough time for my family as I am a father of 3. I don't care if you're a father of 50, or 1, or half. I don't care. You didn't care nothing about Celeste in her life. At all. He says, this has been a tough time for my family. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. You didn't care about what Celeste's family was going through at the time and what they are clearly going through now. Remember, you said It wasn't your job. So, he's saying it's been a tough time for his family. He's a father of 3. He received no emails, and he is no one's roommate. And he lives full-time at home with his family, his wife, and children. And that is the end of that article. So, that's that on Neon's arrest. I wanted to see if he is still arrested. Let's check one more source to see if he is still in custody. Okay. David Friend, Neo Langston, taken into custody in Montana on an LAPD warrant as Celeste Revis Hernandez homicide case develops. Online jail records show that Langston was booked around 11:30 p.m. Friday and is being held. See, now this report says that he has a $60,000 bail. Now, TMZ's report says there is no bond. Which one is telling the truth? I don't know. I would likely believe the official news report. Pardon me for a second, y'all. I need to plug up my blanket. Pardon me. I don't want to knock the microphone out. Ding. All right. So, TMZ, although they seem to be everywhere all the time, excuse me, they seem to have their nose in everything all the time, doesn't mean that they're always accurate, reliable, and truthful. So, this news report is saying that Neo Langston, who is having this big smile. I'm gonna have to switch screens here in a second, but give me 1 minute. I'm trying to get a little cozy with the blankie. Y'all know it's cold. But TMZ said he has no bond. And the news report said he has a bail. Now, it could be likely that he doesn't have a bond if he is not yet taken to his original destination. That could make sense because they would not give him a bail if he is supposed to be transported to LA. Now, once he gets to LA, he could likely get a bail. So let me switch screens here. All right. So if this report is saying that he is now in LA, then likely he does have a bail. So that would mean that this report is probably more up to date than the TMZ report. And this says January 24th. Now it says 2240. We know that's not true because that time hasn't come yet. That time hasn't come yet. 2240 is 10:40 p.m. Could it have come in another time zone? I don't know what IST means. If anybody else knows, type it in the chat because I don't know. However, it's dated for today. So it says he has a $60,000 bail. And it does say that he is in custody in LA. So that makes sense. Okay? So he could get out. David's friend and streamer, Neil Langston, has been booked into the LA Metropolitan Detention Center following a arrest in Helena, Montana. Online jail records show that Langston was booked around 11:30 p.m. on Friday and is being held on $60,000 bail on a felony charge for failing to appear as a witness, not for the actual deed, as Sloan is running around here telling people. Okay? Sloan, get your shit together. Okay? Get your shit together, Sloan. Because you're lying. You're lying. You outright lied in your video. I know I did. Thank you so much. I caught it, but I will have to go back and fix it after the stream or something. I don't know. I can fix it right now. I should. I can do better. So it says local coverage confirmed. Actually, I don't think it's going to show up on here. Unless they updated that. I should have told them that they should fix that. Because when I go to studio and I look for my current lives, it never shows up. It is so hard for you to find your own live stream. So I'll fix it after. Thank you, though. Dead by Lonnie. And please hit the like button. So it says local coverage confirmed the arrest at the Helena Independent Record City editor Tom Bridge shared 3 photographs from the scene Thursday evening before his arrest. Now, Langston was known online as Neo the Asian and frequently appeared in photos alongside David. And this is him. And like I said, maybe this will come out, maybe it won't. But I firmly believe that Neo and David are lovers. I think that now that we're getting closer to this, it is starting to appear that my speculations were spot on. I think this is Neo and David's doing. Why? Love triangle, maybe? I don't know. So Neo is known as Neo the Asian, and he is on Twitch. He's on Twitch. The rest comes after earlier reportings from, I'm sick and tired of hearing about TMZ. Okay, he was uncooperative. And plenty of people have been called in to give a testimony, to be a witness in the case, and they have shown up. Probably didn't want to, but they knew they were wanted, so they came, right? Not Neo. Nope, not Neo. And it wasn't optional, clearly, because he's been arrested. So according to TMZ, Genesis represents both the witness and Robert Morgenroth, head of David's touring company and manager of his label. So the same attorney is the attorney alleged, according to this report, the same attorney is the attorney for David's manager and for Neo. That's interesting. That is very interesting, because there is no way that 2 suspects in such a case should have the same attorney. Now, this tells me that this attorney is being hired at what? David's dime. Because David would pay for, of course, likely one attorney to represent them. And if he's listening to proper advisement, he's going to have himself a separate attorney. Now, hopefully, he doesn't share the same attorney. I don't know who his attorney is. I don't even feel like looking it up. But I can almost guarantee you he has a different attorney. If he had the same attorney, it would be mentioned here. And it's not. But it is mentioned that both of these two witnesses have the same attorney. So maybe Neo couldn't afford his own attorney, because I don't care how cool we are. I don't care how much of an affair we were having, or, what the case may be. I'm not going to rely on your attorney. That's like buying a house and everybody's got the same doggone representation. Whose best interests are they going to represent? Whose? That is just something to look at. It's a red flag, in my opinion. And it's not going to go well for either one of them, because somebody has to take the short end of the stick. Somebody's going to have to take the short end of the stick. Be it David, or be it not David, Neo. Be it Neo or be it Robert. Somebody's got to take the short end of the stick. Now, of course, the manager has testified before the grand jury, and they say officials have not confirmed whether Langston is the same witness referenced in that report. Now, here is the scene where police arrested Neil Langston. Okay, let me pull that up. So they have 3 photos, excuse me, via Twitter. And I will share that. I will share the screen of Neo being arrested because he didn't want to testify in the case of what happened to Celeste. Why didn't he want to testify? Somebody tell me why. Why did he not want to testify? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Why? Why? Don't know. I don't know, but either he was going to incriminate his friend, David, or he was going to incriminate himself. It's that simple. It's that easy. It's really not that hard. One of them he was going to incriminate. So there it is. He's being arrested, not for actually doing the deed, but for not testifying as he's been called to testify. This is his mugshot. I know we don't expect for people to cry, although they may sometimes want to, right? Look scared, although they may be. Nobody wants to look bad online. Nobody wants to take a bad photo. So how odd and awkward is this smile? Honestly, when you think about it. How odd and awkward is this smile? He looked like he was taking, school pictures. I mean, this mugshot, is going to be shown all over the world. You don't want to look bad. Ego makes it kind of hard for you to sit up here and cry. You don't want to look mad. You don't want to look sad. Because everybody's going to show your mugshot. So regardless of how you look, people are going to talk about your mugshot. Isn't that a fact? You really can't blame the guy for smiling, giving a good picture. To be honest, the only thing you can really criticize him for is the fact that he's smiling in an arrest photo, and the photo is freaking of an arrest concerning a young girl who's no longer here. That's about the only thing that you can really, really, really come at him for. It's really difficult to criticize, oh, he's crying. You can't, because he's not doing that. Oh, he looks scared. He looks scared. He did it. Blah, blah, blah. You can't say none of that either. You truly can't. He just he took a pretty decent picture. And there he is, arrested. So let's get into, let's see. Trap Lord Ross did a video update. I want to hear some of it because I know it's hush. It's almost 40 minutes long. So I'm gonna speed it up, but I just want to hear some of it. And I want to see if there's something of substance here, or is he just really playing this up for the views and all that? I don't know. I don't know. So it seems like everything is frozen. Mm. So I'm trying to see what's going on. Let's see if we can hear anything. Okay, you can hear me. But I can't add this to or anything like that. Let me try refreshing the screen. It won't even refresh. Fresh. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I don't know why it's frozen. Bear with me. Let's see if you can still hear me. Testing. Okay, you can hear me. All right. Add me to the stage. All right, I'm moving. All right, cool. David the singer, yes. Derek, greetings. All right, so let's share the screen again. And Skip, unmute. He ain't got nothing. He don't even know what we're about to listen to. He just, oh, my bad, y'all. I didn't even add it.
It was closed, so let me bring this up.
My bad.
Make this bigger. There we go. Oops.
So he's actually gone to the location, the trail where she was last seen alive. And I saw this going around on Reddit too. And they were saying that it was taped off with police crime scene tape. And now some people were thinking maybe this was due to, you know, some kind of activity going on in the area. Maybe, you know, I don't know, could have been something to do with the fires, could have been some kind of rock slide, something unsafe in there. But some people are thinking maybe maybe the police have been checking it out and digging into this area.
Let me share this with you guys. So right here, if you can see, it was closed. Hey Jackie, how you doing? Hey Jen, good to see you. Welcome. And so it was closed, and I was like, okay, it's closed, whatever. And I look closer to it, and it's crime scene tape. I was like, wait a minute, what? So it says crime scene, the place that goes into the Trailheads Falls, the Millard Falls Trailhead. where David was taking pictures and posted them on his Instagram is now closed per the sheriff's request.
Okay.
And it says do not
So,
proceed. It says crime
let me
scene.
see.
I thought it said caution. And so it says it
Let me
has
pause this. So I actually can turn down the reverb, and that helps with some of that echo sound. So it shouldn't sound so echoey right now. Yeah. That might have been part of what it was.
crime scene tape on this. And I was like, wait a minute, what the heck? I thought it was caution tape, but I looked closer and it said crime scene, do not cross. This is here. This is here where David took pictures.
I don't quite think that was official police putting that there, because it first of all, it doesn't look like police crime scene tape. The things that they're into with the goth and gore and all that, they could have used that for personal fun or for one of their videos. Other people could have come there and used the crime scene tape, or they could have put it there to try and make it seem like something it wasn't. So, you know, that could have been what that was, but I don't think the police put it there is what I'm saying. So the whole, like, the unnecessary speculation is ridiculous, you know. I think a lot of that is done on purpose to just bring intrigue and for you guys to look at their videos and be like, boo. Because, you know, like I said, I do apologize that I came on here earlier and worded things the way that I did, but I wasn't able to like really look into it at the time. And I thought that Sloan, I was about to call him something else, Sloan would be giving accurate reports. And so when he comes on here and his video literally is saying that Neo is arrested for the murder of Celeste, and he goes on and talk like, you know, he's saying that this is the case. I'm thinking that this is accurate, and it was not accurate at all. Neo was arrested because he was supposed to come and testify like so many others have been called to testify, and he did not do so, and it was not optional. So he's been arrested. Was arrested in Montana, sent to LA. He did not have a bond at first because he had to be extradited to LA. Now that he's in LA, he does have a $60,000 bond, which was the latest update. However, unless he goes on a run, he got to testify. He's got to face up to that. But the fact that most people wouldn't want to testify. Most people wouldn't even want to be involved. Got it. But being that it's involving someone very close to you, you sure wouldn't, because 9 times out of 10, you know that the prosecution is going to try to trump you up some kind of way and get something out of you that they may be able to use against your friend. You don't want to do that, whether you know anything or you think you know, like you think your friend is guilty. None of that. But I firmly believe Neon and David are in this together, and they in the bed together. Okay.
And posted them on January 3rd, which we know that Celeste Rivas was her last known public photo was on January 2nd. So he posted this on January 3rd, as we see here. Hey Felicia, I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Hey David, how you doing? David is guilty, is in the house. Yeah, all my F and G, my little stars. So I really was excited to go there. I really was excited to go through the let me see if I can get a better, through this trailhead, because it's like a half a mile to the trailhead. So I was really excited to go hiking. I was really excited to go walking, but it was closed. This tape was different than the one that I saw last time. This tape was I did ask the Cindy from Sunny South Florida. Is saying, can you call the sheriff and the parks department and ask them about the crime scene tape at the location? Yeah, it is crazy. And so I did, full disclosure, I did ask one of the U.S. Forestry people there, and he said that the sheriffs. He's like, well, I don't know why they do that, why they close it off. But he was saying that it was because of mudslides, like rock slides. So they closed it off because of that, which makes sense. But in light of what happened to Celeste Rivas, and her last known photo, public photo, is on January.
This whole he said, she said crap, I don't think that that's accurate either, because they would use caution tape. There's a difference between crime scene tape and caution tape. And professionally, they are supposed to use caution tape, not crime scene tape. I think the crime scene tape, listen, was put there by someone else, not the police, period.
Second, this was eerie nonetheless. But he did say that. He did say, hey, Stoke Dissension, good to see you. He did say that that he believes it's from rock slides because it's dangerous for the public to go in there. But the one that it was closed all the way to the entrance on from before January, December 2025, all the way back to January 2024, or 2025, I'm sorry. It's been closed, but it was closed on the main gate. And so they just opened this up, and then when I go in there, it was this. It was crime scene tape on there. And again, the one of the not rangers, but the
I'm so glad he turned that music off, because I was about to be like, boy, turn it off.
U.S. forestry workers were saying that it was because he believes from rock slide.
We got that reggaeton. Today we're gonna be making beats you guys send
So
me, okay?
I'm
So let's
bored.
go.
Chinchi, please.
Stayed on that shit too long.
So they're saying it's mudslides is the reason that it was closed, but apparently it was closed before that, and then the whole area was open, but then this specific part has been closed off. And he said it was crime scene tape, not caution tape. But hey, if they're saying it's because of mudslides, then that's fine. But if this actually is an area where something went down, that could mean that crucial evidence might be even getting destroyed by the bad weather. Now, what's interesting?
These people are playing with y'all. They are playing with y'all to get your attention for views. Like I said about this case before, they got nothing. They got nothing. You know, I spoke earlier about, I gave you my in-depth opinion about the police talking about Celeste wasn't pregnant. Outside of that, they really haven't released much, which makes it even more suspect for them to come on here and say the girl wasn't pregnant. Okay, so write that shit down. Keep it close to you. It's gonna matter. It's gonna have some relevance, for sure. But other than that, they have been pretty tight-lipped. But if they're arresting Neo because he did not go and testify, and they are having other people testify, then they are working this case. But not too much information about the case is getting out. Now, the fact that David and whomever else that are possibly close to him or possibly involved seems to be mocking this whole situation from day one. Day one being before she even passed away. That's even more the reason why they asses need to go down on whatever they can go down for, even if they were not literally involved in her demise. Neo is the best friend of David's. And I'm saying best friend, nothing else has said best friend, but it seems like that's what they are. I believe they are lovers. I believe that is has a lot to do with what happened to Celeste. You know, like I said, of a lot of the footage that I've seen, it's kind of clear to me that they are lovers. So that would put an awkward situation. I think that somebody's in love with somebody if they're not in love with each other. Why didn't Celeste go home or get sent home? 9 times out of 10, she didn't want to be home, but why didn't she get sent away? What did she know that she could have told or threatened to tell? And was she at some point, you know, possibly pregnant? The police don't know whether she was pregnant or not. They cannot tell that from her body. Not sitting in a hot freaking car. No way. No way. Not even after a couple of days. Much less, she probably was in there longer than that. So no. And it's even more suspect. And I say no even harder because they came out here and said it. It was so unnecessary for them to say that. And so the kind of information that they wouldn't say because it can bring you leverage in the chess game of it all. You know what I'm saying? So nah,
Interesting is he would also
But
try
this
and
is bullshit. This is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all
recreate
bullshit.
one of the photos that was taken while David was allegedly there with Celeste. And this is kind of going to lead to some interesting insights about some of her final movements.
Going. This is in Miller's Falls, Angeles trailhead, Millard Falls trailhead in Los Angeles, where David took these pictures right here, the Instagram pictures. So what I like to do is I like to go on location and try to replicate the pictures of where David took them, so to kind of get a better understanding of the lay of the land, and which is this one right here, this location right here. So unfortunately I wasn't able to find this high area. I did. Hey, Gold, good to see you. How you doing? And again, thank you, Jen, for becoming a baby shark. Make sure you check out the members only Discord for members only chats and continue the conversation. And I will be posting. Yeah, Eileen, that's what I was figured too. I was like, I think this is why I think that's why the Tesla maybe was beat up, because it does look like a place where he could have gone up there, missed the exit like I did, or just gone out there for whatever reason and busted up his Tesla. Because if you know that his Tesla was still registered from January, it was still good for January of 2025. I didn't bring up.
So he's going to the spots. He's trying to kind of recreate.
Okay, yeah. Wait. I think that it's also likely that he's been up there before too. But I do find it weird that if these are the type of places that they want to hang out for whatever reason, why wouldn't they have some kind of forerunner? You know? So I don't know. Maybe it was a new thing that they were doing. But they just seem like the type of people that would hang out in odd locations like that. They want to find odd locations to hang out in. Isolated, weird, risque, maybe mountainous, woodsy, risk, those type of places. So I could see them having gone there or somewhere like that before, and I could see them having a rough terrain type vehicle for that. So that is kind of throwing me off a little bit. But it is also possible that them going to that particular area was a one-off type thing. Clearly, he was there. Could it have been a rental? Sure, that could be also something. Hopefully, the police will be looking into that, because if this is accurate, and he has posted pictures from that area indicating that he was there, then he's visiting that type of area. So they should be looking into, was it his car that went there? And of course, they have the car. They're going to know dirt, grass, all kind of other stuff, right? Animals, bugs, fossils, all kind of shit. Did he make a rental to go there? So, yeah.
And find these spots that he can at least get to that are open to the public. But he also said that, there's areas where you could have actually dinged your car, where David might have dinged his Tesla and stuff like that. So I thought that was quite interesting. And he basically elaborates. He provides a look at the parking area.
I said all that because I don't see somebody taking a Tesla up there. I just don't. Especially if you're accustomed to finding odd spots. I'm a type of person that like to go to, I like nature. I like, I'm into goth gore and shit like that. But not that it's necessarily relative, but it can be. So it's worth a mention. But I like trails. I like mountains. I like secluded areas, somewhat risque, some like hiking, things that most people, especially city people, aren't going to want to go. Most people want to be where there's traffic, where there's other people. They don't want to go somewhere where, it's bumpy. Oh, we're going to elevated, these type of things. And this is something I can totally see them in their lifestyle doing. just as a norm, even if on occasion. So I don't see them being like, oh, let's take the Tesla. That doesn't make any sense. Teslas are not for that. Right. Not that bright. I agree. Has the money. Yes. Can get a vehicle and use it and then boom, get rid of it. So hopefully, and I'm going to assume since they are investigating, the police are going to be looking into, did he use a vehicle for any other purposes? Whether he rented it, somebody else rented it, or what have you. But again, the arrogance of it all, the mocking of it all, the using it for your own sick pleasure. People who are sick are just sick. Okay. I've said before, in my 20s, me and my first husband, we were a lot into God, you know. And when I saw that there are levels to it, some people take it to places that for you it's I'm to this day, I'm just I just am fascinated with the fantasy, of different types of role play, of different types of cosplay, of different types of like dress up, of anime, um, all kind of things. I didn't necessarily paint my face per se. It was more of I don't know. Do you just have your own personality? So your character and your personality shines through how it shines through, however you dress, however you express yourself. Um, but Comic Con, all that type of shit. I'm into costume design. That's what I'm doing now, right? My major. So the dark and sick, like hurting someone else and all that. At the time, I was into dominatrix. I was getting into that mainly because that's what he wanted. So he was on a different level with it. For me, it was innocent interest, not not to get dark. If you can understand what I'm saying, some people are just interested in that type of shit, but not to get dark. He got dark. Okay, that's this nigga tried to fucking kill me. He was gonna kill me, kill the kids, kill himself. That shit made the front page. It was a big deal. Tried to set me on fire, tried to stab me up, all kind of shit. He's stalked me. It was just a lot of shit. And I was like, okay, I got to reevaluate what I'm doing here. You got to be careful because when people show you that they've gone to the other level, you got to believe them. And David, the shit that I've seen from David reminds me of who this guy was. Now, to this day, um, we're cool. We don't communicate on a regular basis, but we have communicated even face to face since then, and a lot has happened that is terrible, terrible, terrible. But we were young too, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. But I assume he's grown out of a lot of it. But in that time, that's where he was. And this type of shit that I'm seeing from David, since we've discovered this guy and all this, is so familiar. It's so familiar. And I just don't like the fact that it seems like a lot of it is kind of taken lightly. You know, this all this taunting that David is doing, and kind of like maybe taunting is the right word, but I'm also looking at it as bragging through the posts that he's making, through the songs that he's making. Some people might take it as it's indulging into the art. It's to seem like it, but it's not. Blah blah blah. No, I 100% believe that he is one of those sick beings, him and Neo, and part of his pleasure is making these songs that's telling what has actually happened and what he plans to actually do, and then did it. And the posts are of bragging of things that he has done. I truly believe that all of this is 100%. It's not coincidental. I don't believe it's coincidental at all. I believe that this is, and then when you look at, I mean, like I said, guys, I watched a lot of footage about this, and some of the interviews that he had, and he was saying, I think he tries to be manipulative as well, make it seem like he's really not such a bad guy. But he said he had to stop watching because he would indulge all the time, 24/7, in the darkest, deepest, darkest shit. And mainly, it's like he said, it was like mainly for inspiration for content, right? For his music, concerts, performances, things like that. But then he said he literally has to force himself to pull away from engaging in that content so much because he gets so deep down, like it literally becomes him. Like he gets kind of stuck in that. Like I don't believe that he pulls away. I believe that's what he wants people to believe. So you could say, "Oh, it seems like that's who he is," but he's telling you no. He has control over it. It's just he's really really good. I don't think therapy necessarily will help him. He may needed therapy at one point in his life, but once you've gone so far with shit, fuck therapy. You know what I mean? When if you're a sick person, you're a sick person. Uh, in some instances, in my opinion. Okay, so a lot of his music there is about her. A lot of his music tells of him doing away with her and not even feeling in any sympathy or empathy over it. A lot of his music is kind of showing and describing him getting rid of her. Okay. And it's very, very graphic. And yes, that's what kind of what that category of music entails. It doesn't have to, but to a degree. I mean, if you want to go to the extreme of it, then that would be the extreme of it. that's that's the extreme level of it. But you're not necessarily supposed to cross over into real life. You can relate this to someone in his real life, literally, who was found dismembered in his car. So there's that. Yeah. And, my biggest concern is that this young lady is really not going to get justice. Not even close. I, 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 I think they're going to try and do something. I'm not sure what. But I think that there's a lot of protecting going on. And the biggest red flag to me is them coming out and saying she's not pregnant. She wasn't pregnant. No, it's like grunge, goth, gore, you know, emo. It's yeah. I think there's another one too, but yeah. And I'm not saying anything is bad in these categories because I'm into all of them. What's his name? XXX Tentacion was a mixture of those two. And he was a mixture of a lot of different musical categories. Oh, of course, he absolutely will. You know, but there's so many guilty parties here. So many. And it's crazy how they would allow people like this to live amongst us. You know, it's perfectly okay to be on a certain perceived wild side of life to a degree. Um, to be into something, and I don't want to downplay any of it as just role play, but for some people, it can be also a way of life. But again, it doesn't have to mean anything bad. It's bad when you're out here harming people or animals. I don't know who Phil Spector is, but that sounds familiar. I might have to check into that. And it's clear that these people here crossed the line. I mean, we found a girl that was with them. Why was she not just sent on her way? That's the story. That's the story. That is the story. It was inevitable to find out that these two were messing around because so many people already knew. The guy with the hair that killed his wife. Okay. That's a that helps with the hair. Mm. You know what? Let me do a quick before I go back into the video. Just a quick Phil Scepter. You sure Scepter? Because why am I thinking Spectre? No, it's Spectre. Ew. You're right with the hair. Mm. Okay, December 26, 1939 to January 16th, 2021. He was an American record producer. Ah, that's what I know him as, the music. And songwriter, primarily known for his wall of sound production style in the 60s. Yes. And followed by his trials and imprisonment. I have to click on it for more. For murder after the 2000s considered the first music producer auteur. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in pop music history and the most successful producer of the 1960s. Okay, they're getting into too much. I know. River Deep, Mountain High for Ike and Tina Turner. Bullshit, Tina Turner. And it gets deeper. Yes, Phil Spector. Do I love you? Why, oh, why? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so he offed his wife because they're going into a bunch. And remained largely inactive, periods of reclusion. 1949, his father was deeply in debt. He offed himself. On his gravestone were inscribed the words, be inspector, father, husband. To know him was to love him. Okay, aspiring musicians, blah, blah, blah. Teddy bears and early work production. Okay, teddy bears. Ronnie Crawford. A company with Syl, Secondhand Love, Connie Francis. He's a rebel. Zip dee doodah. Why do lovers break each other's hearts? Be My Baby by the Ronettes. Christmas gift from somebody, I don't know. He looks like a creep. Okay, 66, 69, Ike and Tina Turner hiatus. Spector's final signing to Phillies was the husband and wife team of Ike and Tina Turner in April of 66. Spector co-signed their single. Ronnie Spector is his ex-wife. That was a toupee. It clearly looks like a toupee too. The Spector considered their single River Deep Mountain High his best work. but it failed to reach any higher than 88 in the United States, which is crazy. Maybe because of the genre that it really is, because it's more, I don't want to say opera, but classical maybe. I don't know. Yeah, classical. I guess because most classical doesn't have vocals, but somewhere in between there, if there's a category, I guess. It's an amazing song. Okay. The record, which actually featured Tina Turner without Ike, was successful in Britain. That's why I wish he could stop. People stop. Just why are you mentioning Ike? Reaching number one, number three. All right, Spectre released another single by Ike and Tina. Okay, I didn't know that. I'll never need more than this. While negotiating a deal to move Phillies to A&M Records in '67. So the deal didn't materialize. Already something of a recluse. He withdrew temporarily from the public eye, marrying Veronica Ronnie Bennett, lead singer of the Ronettes, in 1968. So Spector emerged briefly for a cameo as himself. I might as well share the screen. We'll go back to where we were in a second. All right. Share this screen here. And then you guys can get a look at Phil Spector. Okay. All right. So he emerged briefly for a cameo as himself in an episode of I Dream of Jeannie. Oh, I used to love that show so much. I was like, I want to be Jeannie. She's so pretty. I want to be Jeannie. I want to be Jeannie. And Wonder Woman. I still want to be Wonder Woman. Okay. And he was a drug dealer in the film Easy Rider. In 1969, Spector made a brief return to the music business by signing a production deal with A&M Records. A Ronettes single, You Came, You Saw, You Conquered, and it flopped. But Spector returned to the Hot 100 with Black Pearl by Sonny Charles and the Checkmates, which reached number 13. So in early 1970, Alan Klein, the new manager of the Beatles, brought Spector to England after impressing with his production of John Lennon's solo single, Instant Karma, which went to number 3. And Spector was invited by Lennon and George Harrison to take on the task of the Beatles' abandoned Let It Be, recording sessions into usable albums. Now, he went to work using many of his production techniques, making significant changes to the arrangements and sound of some songs. And it released a month after the Beatles' breakup. The album topped in the US and UK charts, of course, because they broke up. And it also yielded the number 1 US single. They broke up, and Sir Paul was not Sir Paul. But y'all ain't ready for that. Okay. The Long and Winding Road. Spector's overdubbing of The Long and Winding Road infuriated its composer, Paul McCartney. In addition to McCartney, several music critics also criticized Spector's work on Let It Be. Now, Spector claimed that this was partly due to resentment that an American producer appeared to be taking over such a popular English band. Now, Lennon defended Spector, telling Jan Winter of Rolling Stone he was given the shittiest load of badly recorded shit with a lousy feeling towards it ever. And he made something out of it. He did a great job. For Harrison's multi-platinum album, All Things Must Pass, and it was number 1 in 1970, Spector helped provide a symphonic ambiance, although his health issues meant that after recording the basic tracks, he was absent from the project until the mixing stage. Now, Rolling Stone's reviewer lauded the album's sound, calling it Wangarian, Bruckarian, the music of mountaintops and vast horizons. All right, I'm gonna skip over some of that and get closer to the end. So Lennon retained Spector for the 71 Christmas single, Happy Christmas, War is Over, and the poorly renewed 1972 album, Sometime in New York City. It was number 48, both collaborations with Yoko Ono in late 1972. And Apple reissued Spector's A Christmas Gift for You from Phillies Records as Phil Spector's Christmas album, bringing the records the commercial success and critical recognition that had originally eluded. They trying to downplay a lot of this, and I just think it's crap. I really do. It's crap. But anywho, okay, especially when Yoko Ono is involved, there is so much hate on her. It's so annoying. So, anywho, Lennon and Ono's Happy Xmas single similarly stalled in sales upon its initial release, but later became a fixture on radio station playlists around Christmas. All right, so blah, 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 more stuff, more stuff. All right, so he produced in late 73 the initial recording sessions for what became Lennon's 75 covers album, Rock and Roll. And that was number 6. All right. Now, as the 70s progressed, Spector became increasingly reclusive. Now, the most probable and significant reason for his withdrawal, according to biographer Dave Thompson, was that in 74, he was seriously injured when he was thrown through the windshield of his car crash in Hollywood. Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one with Lennon? Is it? Spector was admitted to the UCLA Medical Center on the night of March 31st, suffering serious head injuries that required several hours of surgery with over 300 stitches to his face. Man, listen, y'all better let me DNR. If it's all that, listen, I'm peace. Peace. I'm out. Okay? I am out of here. She broke up the Beatles. Did she? Or maybe they needed to be broken up. I don't think Eric, we gotta talk about that someday. Cause did she? I don't know. That's why who went crazy, huh? I don't know. He went crazy, all right. The Sir Paul is no longer with us. Okay, let's keep it real. All right. Anywho, okay, so they don't get into the car crash, but 70s, was he with Lennon? I'm gonna have to look into that later, and we will talk about that. You said with her singing. That's why Phil went crazy? What? He established the Warner Scepter label with Warner Brothers Records. This might lead somewhere. And you guys can imagine what I am thinking. Okay. I'm just, time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, let me skip down. He began to reemerge in 77. Okay, that's a year after I was born. With an album by Leonard Cohen titled Death of a Ladies' Man. Okay, Memories and Live Concerts, Bob Dylan with Allen Ginsberg. Don't Go Home with Your Heart On. Okay. All right, boom, 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 boom. So he had a semi hiatus in 81 to 2009. Are they going to get into what he did? Because they're going on. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, He worked with the Smiths, Stock Aitken, Waterman, Amy Winehouse, Spice Girls, the Vivian Girls, the Pipettes, the Ravenettes, the Dum Dum Girls, oh, Old Taki, Bruce Springsteen, Elton John. It goes on and on and on. He worked with a lot of people, Blondie, the Go Go's. Like he worked with a lot of freaking people. Lot of freaking people. Bruce Springsteen, shit, Frank Zappa, Dada. Cut it out. Cut it out. All right. So Spector's first marriage was in 1963 to Annette Mayer, lead vocalist of the Spectors. 3, a 1960s pop trio formed and produced by Spector. He named a record company after Mayer, Annette Records. Spector and Mayer divorced in 1966. Now, while still married to Mayer, he began having an affair with Ronnie Bennett, later known as Ronnie Spector. Bennett was the lead singer of the girl group The Ronettes, another group Spector managed and produced. They married in 1968 and adopted a son, Dante Philip Spector. As a Christmas present, Spector surprised her by adopting twins, Louis Philip Spector and Gary Philip Spector. How do you surprise your wife by adopting twins? Shoot. In her 1990 memoir, Be My Baby, How I Survived Massacre, Miniskirts, and Madness, Benet alleged that Spector had imprisoned her in his California mansion and subjected her to years of psychological torment. According to Bennett, Spector sabotaged her career by forbidding her to perform, and she escaped from the mansion barefoot with the help of her mother in 1972. In their 74 divorce settlement, she forfeited all future record earnings and surrendered custody of their children. She didn't have them. She alleged that this was because Spector had threatened to hire a hitman to off her. Spector's son, Dante, told the Daily Mail in 2003 that he and his brother Gary were kept as captive as children and were forced to perform simulated intercourse with Spector's then girlfriend. Okay, simulated intercourse? So they were like simulating it but not doing it? I don't know. I just never heard those two words put together before. Is that a legal term? I gotta look. I gotta look. Oh my gosh. It's a thing. Okay. So it's a thing. Let's just say that it's a thing. It's a law term. According to Leopard law, stimulated sexual content requirements. The legal landscape surrounding stimulated sexual content is both intricate and critical for producers and distributors to understand, plays a pivotal role in defining and regulating. Get to it. Get to it. Record keeping obligations of those producing stimulated sexual content. That means that anyone involved in the production of such, so it's content, because that's the first thing that popped up is content. Refers to depictions that mimic sexual activity without the actual intercourse occurring. It's crucial for producers to recognize what constitutes as simulated content to avoid inadvertently violating the law. Simulated sexual content includes depictions of sexual acts that do not involve actual intercourse but are designed to appear realistic. Furthermore, the obligations under the 18 USC 22578 extend beyond just age verification. Okay, so this is a thing, a content thing. Aggravated sexual abuse, penalties for federal child pornography. Ooh. And there are images of simulated. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Okay. I just was looking around there. This is just kind of like be like, huh? Let me see. So I'll know, research purposes. And okay, so now I'm gonna click a video. You guys can't see, but okay. Kind of pretty much what I had thought, but yeah, whatever. Weird thing to do with your children and your wife. So, according to Dante, I was blindfolded and sexually molested. Dad would say, "You're going to meet someone, and it would be a learning experience." Gary subsequently rejected his brother's claims, stating of his father, he wasn't a people person, but he shows in his own way that he cares. In 82, Spector had twin children with his girlfriend, Janice Javala, Nicole Audrey Spector, and Philip Spector Jr. Now, Philip Jr. passed away of leukemia in 91. Allegedly, I guess. On September of 2006, while on bail and awaiting trial, Spector married his third wife, Rachel. Rachel Short, who was 26 at the time. Spector was 60 freaking 7. A white. He was a white at 67. Gross. Spector filed for divorce in April, claiming irreconcilable differences, and they divorced in 2018. Now, on February 3rd of 2003, Spector shot actress Lena Clarkston in the mouth. While in his mansion, the Pyrenees Castle in Almira, California, her body was found slumped in a chair. Spector told Esquire in July of 2003 that Clarkston's death was an accidental suicide and that she kissed the gun. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Wow. So why is it showing? Okay, I see. He said she kissed the gun. Unbelievable. The emergency call from Specter's home, made by Specter's driver, Adriano de Souza, quotes Specter as saying, I think I killed somebody. De Souza added that he saw Specter come out of the back door of the house with a gun in his hand. Jeez Louise, boy. Cut it all the way out. Specter testified in 2005 in a court deposition that he had been treated for bipolar disorder for 8 years, saying no sleep, depression, mood changes, mood swings, hard to live with, hard to concentrate, just hard, a hard time getting through life. I've been called a genius, and I think a genius is not there all the time and has borderline insanity. He remained free on $1 million bail. What? While awaiting trial. On March 19th of 2007, Specter's murder trial began. Presiding Judge Larry Paul Filler allowed the proceedings in Los Angeles Superior Court to be televised. Really? Back then? Now, defense expert and forensic pathologist Vincent DiMaio, I butchered that, but it's Vincent. He said that Specter might be suffering from Parkinson's disease. How can you diagnose this dude? That's not okay. Anywho, not his job. He said, "Look at Mr. Specter. He has Parkinson features. He trembles. Are you freaking kidding me? They should have marked that shit and held him in contempt of court for even playing like that." So on September the 26th, Fiddler declared a mistrial because of a hung jury, 10-2 for conviction. See? Statements like that, mere statements like that can have a jury doubt whether or not they should convict a person. Let me show y'all something really quick. Because that leads me into something I saw just this evening. And I was like, what? Kind of interesting because why do I keep having to log in, log in, log in? I should be in there, bro. Them what people like this. Now, Specter is said to not, I don't know. He said he has the diagnosis, so did he? Was he getting treatment? Like, what happened when the wife and the sons were saying that, hey, he helped me, he did this to me. Okay, I gotta put a verification code in and all that. Hold on, y'all. 86. So January 25th. So that's tomorrow. Man, the first thing I see is Krishan Rock. Don't make me marathon about this bitch. Cause I will. All right. Mm. Yo, this bride is sick. Hold on. I mean, we doing sick shit right now anyway. So might as well go ahead and show this video. Then I'm gonna show the other video, and then we gonna get back to David. Okay. Let's just. All right. Let me get back to the page I was on. All right, so I'm going to share my page. Uh, remove that real quick. Stop to share. Fucking crazy bitch. Share screen. TikTok. Crazy bitch. Fucking, she talking about a baby. He want his bottle. Bitch, he want food. He's damn near 3 years old. You fucking crazy ass rabbit ass bitch.
He sleep. My baby.
If you ever watch fucking Mommy Dearest, you ever watch fucking Flowers in the Attic? Flowers in the Attic. Flowers in the Attic. Look at this bitch. Look how she's smiling and shit. My baby. Then she gonna try to wake him up. First of all, you're not waking him up because you got him so sedated. He's not gonna fucking wake up.
Baby. He sleep. You want to see him? Let's see. I'll be putting the towel because
he always sleep.
He be like, you know, he be wanting his bottle. So I'll be having to like make sure he don't get on my white blanket.
He be wanting his
like,
bottle.
He be like, Krishan. Yo, I'm not about to wake him up. But he right here. Baby Jesus right here. Period. Oh yeah, my baby.
Fucking crazy bitch.
He sleep. You want to see him? Let's see. I'll be putting the towel because he be like, you know, he be wanting his bottle.
His teeth probably.
So I'll be having to like make sure he don't get on my white blanket. Like he be like, Krishan. Yo, I'm not about to wake him up. But he right here. Baby Jesus right here. Period. Oh yeah, my baby.
She's a sick bitch.
He sleep. You want to see him?
Ugh.
Let's see.
So
I'll be putting the towel because
shut the fuck up, bitch. Let me save that. Can I comment from here? No, I'm not. I'm gonna get banned if I say what I want to say. Who sent me a message? I don't care. How can I get to my saved from freaking repost favorites? I guess it's the same thing as save. Oh, here, this.
Why are you showing up on 2 different traffic cameras out of your car, kicking vehicles in the middle of traffic?
Mental health issue, sir.
Okay, let me see your driver's license.
I have a mental health issue, sir, and you're gonna make it a lot worse. I swear to God. Oh my God, really? Are you gonna do this?
Get out of the car.
I got my license right here.
Let me see it.
Okay. You just don't care about humans. That's the problem with you.
I'm not the one that was out kicking.
You don't care about me, sir. He honked at me 5 times because he's, guess what? In his nice pickup truck, and he's just annoyed that I didn't go right away. There was no reason he needed to honk, and I'm flipping out right now trying to just get home. That's all.
Okay.
I'm home now, and I'm gonna take my medicine that I just picked up.
Are you going to listen to me or not?
Yes.
You're lucky you didn't get shot today. You understand that Oklahoma is a constitutional carry state? Yes.
Someone's gonna shoot me in Edmonton.
Have you not watched the news? Have you not seen how many stabbings and shootings we've had lately?
Really? This dude is tripping. Okay.
So explain to me where this all started.
I can't.
How come? So I'm just having a hard time understanding how
good.
When somebody honks at you that you jump out of the car.
It's called explosive disorder, and I can't help it.
Okay, should you be driving a car then if you can't?
Why do you think I'm here? Trying to go inside.
Get out and put your hands behind your back.
No.
Yes.
No. You're not doing this, officer. Oh. Now, look at
Get out, put your hands behind your back.
Are you kidding me, sir? You can't do this.
I don't trust your behavior right now. Get out and put your hands behind your back. No, you're not.
Help me! Help me! My roommate's here.
450. Can you start me another unit?
Look.
Put your hands. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I have nothing on
Turn
me.
around and put your hands behind your back.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Piece of
Put
shit.
your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing anything.
Get your hands. Get your hands behind your back. Put your hands back. No, it's not Billy.
What is wrong with you?
Put your hands back. You're going to jail for assault on a police officer.
I'm cooperating. Oh my God. I'm cooperating, sir.
Stop moving or I'm going to tase you. Do you understand?
Yes. You guys, I'm home.
I don't care.
I'm home, and you guys are doing this to me, and I have a mental problem, and you guys are taking advantage of me. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just get to my doctor's office.
You just punched me in the face. What do you think is wrong with that? Yeah, you did.
No, I tried to grab your... I wasn't hitting you.
Are you showing up on 2 different traffic cameras
told
out of
on
your car,
himself.
kicking vehicles in the middle of traffic?
Okay, so
Okay, let me see your driver's license.
I have a mental health issue, sir, and you're going to make it a lot worse. I swear to God. Oh my God, really? Are you going to do this?
Get out of the car.
I got my license right here.
Let me see it.
Okay. You just don't care about humans. That's the problem with you.
I'm not the one that was out kicking
You
cars.
don't care about me, sir. He honked at me 5 times because he's, guess what? In his nice pickup truck, and he's just annoyed that I didn't go right away. There was no reason he needed to honk, and I'm flipping out right now trying to just get home. That's all.
Okay.
I'm home now, and I'm gonna take my medicine that I just picked up.
Are you going to listen to me or not?
Yes.
You're lucky you didn't get shot today. You understand that Oklahoma is a constitutional carry state? Yes.
Someone's gonna shoot me in Edmonton.
Have you not watched the news? Have you not seen how many stabbings and shootings we've had lately? So explain to me where this all started.
I can't.
How come? So I'm just having a hard time understanding how
good.
When somebody honks at you that you jump out of the
It's
car.
called explosive disorder, and I can't help it.
Okay, should you be driving a car then if you can't?
Why do you think I'm here? Trying to go inside.
Get out and put your hands behind your back.
No.
Yes.
No, you're not doing this, officer.
okay,
Now look at
Get
me.
out, put your hands behind your back.
Are you
he's
kidding me, sir? You can't do this.
I don't trust your behavior
Go
right now.
pause.
Get out and
I'm
put your hands
going
behind.
inside.
No, you're not.
Help me! Help me!
okay. Well,
My roommate's here.
450. Can you start me another unit?
Look.
Put your hands. Turn around. Put your hands
No, I
behind your
have
back.
nothing on
Turn
me.
around. Put your hands behind your back.
Turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're an idiot.
Put your hands behind your back.
Piece of
Put
shit.
your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing anything.
Get your hands. Get your hands behind your back.
What the?
Put your hands back. No, it's not Billy.
What is wrong with you?
Put your hands behind your back. You're going to jail for assault on a police officer.
I'm cooperating. Oh my God. I'm cooperating, sir.
Stop moving or I'm going to tase you. Do you understand?
Yes. You guys, I'm home.
I don't care.
I'm home, and you guys are doing this to me, and I have a mental problem, and you guys are taking advantage of me. I'm not doing anything wrong. I just get to my doctor's office.
You're just punching me in the
apparently this is a musician. I'm not sure. There's other parts to it, but that's all I watch. Now, situations like this, it's kind of like, because apparently, given what we saw with his interactions with the cop, you can imagine what the cop saw for him to say, okay, I'm gonna arrest you. Because he was the dude was honking at him, but the cop was like, that don't mean you can get out and cut the fool. So the way he snapped on the cop was crazy. So he's a provoker. He provokes people, and that's not okay. He's dangerous, and he will attack you. And he attacking the cop talking about, I didn't do anything. I'm not doing anything. Nah, that's dangerous. And then he want to say you taking advantage of me. I have a mental problem. Okay, that's well and fine. But if you know you have a mental problem and all this other shit, then you're supposed to take responsibility for yourself and make sure you have a handler or some shit. Because he don't got no business driving no car. He don't have no business being out in public. Public shouldn't have to put up with this. Somebody who can go off on you, provoke you, and attack you at any moment It's not okay. I think it's weird that on the screen I'm looking at is for y'all, it's saying part 2. But this is part 1. Am I tripping? Oh no, it's saying part 1. I don't even get, I mean, part 2 is what? They already arrested him. So it's shit like this. If you know this dude has explosive disorder and it's this bad, he should not be able to drive and all this other kind of stuff, be out in society. Just like people like this bitch here, somebody should be doing something about her and this bullshit. And while we're at it, let me go ahead and show you what I posted earlier. I posted this one, I think both of them, on my YouTube as well. I think I did, but here we go. Look at Christian Rock's son standing up all by himself. This is the narrative they give. And look at this coon of a, I guess, coach and the other people that are around. Terrible people. Now, let me tell you what happened here. Okay, it's easy to see. Someone placed him in that playpen, stood him up, had him hold on to the rails, and then they began to film because we are supposed to be that slow. Now, if you look at the beginning, his pacifier necklace is on the opposite side of the playpen. You see that? Look at how long it is. Has he let go one time? No. If he lets go, what do you think will happen? Will fall? Of course. Have we seen him with the motor skills to where he can stand there, take his pacifier necklace that is some kind of metal, right? And put it on the opposite side of the playpen? No, it's on the opposite side of the playpen because they simply dropped him there and then immediately begin to film. Notice how his legs are spread wide. Why did they spread his legs wide? Look at his right leg and his right thigh. He is trying his hardest to readjust that leg to get some kind of leverage. This makes me Looks so like he might want angry to get out, but he has no clue how to make that happen. Look at his right arm. Maybe he wants to climb out, but he cannot. So what are they trying to accomplish here? Foolery. Foolery. These people that are there, that are around so this young man, they don't care a thing about him. And it's sad. Some of y'all said that this man is a coach of someone else. Who is he? What's his name? He should get notifications from you guys letting you know so that you don't appreciate him participating in the abuse and neglect of a young boy. This is really so someone did come and tell me who this dude was. Durante Tank Davis's coach. And in my next post, I revealed that information, and his shit should be flooded. You know, I don't like the fact that these grown males, not only are they around Junior on a regular basis when he comes to that gym and they see the neglect and abuse, right? And they're cool with it because they want to profit off of this situation with this chick. Man, I don't care about nobody coming in the comment section talking that bullshit. Because there's nothing you can say to me in defense of this situation at all. It's nothing you can say to me. So that shit I pay it dust. Sometimes I'll block your ass or whatever. Most of the time, I don't even read that. As soon as I see the first words and it sound like you defending her, or you trying to say that this is not what clearly it is, I don't even pay that no attention. I don't even got the energy for that. I'm not even finna play them kind of games with you. Get thee behind me, Satan. Period. But this is so infuriating. I can't even begin to describe how so. That boy is struggling with his own existence just to be. He just a human like everybody else. He just want a fair freaking shot. He is stuck in a stance with his legs wide open, and everybody looking at him know there is nothing he can do here. And he trying. The only thing he can do is these. That's it. What he doing? And he trying his hardest. It looked like he may want to get out the playpen. I mean, we can only assume he want to do something. Change his position, climb out. We don't know. But instead of helping him and saying, why you got him standing like this? He has a club foot. He shouldn't even be standing on his feet in these shoes. His legs are stuck like this. He can't help himself get out of this position properly. Any child will probably need some help in this position. But 9 times out of 10, if they've been moving around and shit for a while, they'll figure it out probably, right? Look at the kid, man. That's all he can do. That's the best he got right there. And he trying his hardest. And they mocking him. They playing in his face. Like they're having us thinking that he doing normal kid shit. Now, one toy of all them toys that y'all sent for him, you didn't send it to a child that mom and dad don't have no money. You sent it to someone who y'all keep saying she rich. But you sent her tons and tons of toys. And I told y'all, he ain't gonna see not one. This is how much this girl cares about this little boy. He has a chain around his neck, whether it's gold, silver, platinum, I don't know. Even if it's some bullshit, it's too heavy. Why is it there? A freaking metal pacifier chain weighing down on his neck. He is stuck with his legs spread like this. And he can't do anything about it. And he's trying his hardest. And they coming up there playing in his face. He can't let go, sit down, fall down. He can't get out. He like, damn, if I let go, I'm gonna fall down. I ain't trying to be stuck down there. I'm sick of that shit. I want to get on the outside. I want to do some shit. I want to walk. I want to crawl. I want to run. I want to he want to go just like any other child. He want to fucking go. If given a chance, he could fucking go. If taught and helped, he could fucking go because he want to go. All children do. Look at him. He want to go. He want a fucking fair shot. Just like anybody else deserves. And he ain't getting it. And they playing in his face. These sick bastards, they are playing in his freaking face. And his mammy, his piece of shit ass mammy is filming this. They propped him up, open up the camera, and now he like, okay, I'm up, I'm holding on. I can get out this bitch. I'm trying my hardest. He just trying, and that's about all he got right there. This just stuck, same repetitive shit, and that's all he can do. But it's impressive still to me because it's clear to me that he's at least trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out, and this motherfucker, he touched his hand. I swear to God, the thoughts that's going through my head, I can't even say it out loud. When he touched his hand, this hand that Junior is trying to use to help himself. I mean, he getting active with that hand. That hand and that arm is telling me, I don't know, maybe his right side is like more the strongest or the most dominant, because that right leg, that thigh, you can see it. He's trying to reposition that leg. He's trying with that arm and that hand, that right arm and hand is telling me that he wants to get over and out. Everybody else around him get to walk and shit except for him. And he damn near 3 years old. Nah, he been here long enough. All this can't be stopped, bro. All children get to crawling and running and moving around. You got to chase them down over and over again. You got to be eyes on them. They like Speedy Gonzalez. They are runaway experts. They are escape artists. All that. You don't get to escape that shit. You don't get a getaway free card from that shit. Like, this is sickness. There's no logical thinking to this. The ending is only a horror movie. There's no decent ending for these actions. It's impossible. It's not going to just fix itself one day and then be okay. All of these bastards around her and this boy making her think we gonna fuck with you with this. We gonna help you with this. We gonna help you cover this shit up, make it look like you right what you doing. They not helping her and they not helping Junior, clearly. Because in her mind, her sick mind, she think this somehow gonna turn out all right for her. It's not possible. But something they're not thinking about, it's not gonna turn out right for y'all either. You bitch ass nigga. And whoever that skinny leg fuck boy walking up with the blue shorts on is too. Nigga, we gonna find out who you are too. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. Even if somehow you didn't see her prop that boy up like that, which I know the devil in the black in front of him is the one who set him up like that and told Krishan to press play, press record. He giggling and shit and playing in this young man's face like that. And he's so sweet. He's such a sweetie pie. He is such a freaking sweetie pie. I mean, children are innocent. Do we expect anything different from this young man? No, we don't. Because children are innocent. Even Journey, when she cussing you, I'm gonna beat your ass. She's still sweet and innocent. She only repeat what she heard. She don't know no better. To a degree, she does. But children are sweet souls. I mean, he is just really so sweet. With all that he is going through, he is just such a sweet ass little boy. Look at him. And he will smile through this shit. And I think that that's one thing that is, like I said before, you can be going through the worst shit And just because you moving and talking and smiling and joking and laughing and all that, people really think it's not what it is. This is a prime example to you right now. Never underestimate what somebody fucking going through. Never. Even right here, you can look at his face. You don't see nothing that, if you just looking at his face, you be like, he's so happy. He's so cute. He's smiling. You can see intent. You can see that he's determined. You can see that he's trying. This is Chris Shot Rock's son. Derek, do you be on here or do you not be on here? Because I be going in about this shit all the time. He got a little smile on his face there. Cause he don't even understand this stuff. He don't even know what's really going on. He doing what he naturally supposed to do. Try that shit. But all these limitations. And then on top of that, bitch, you got a fucking heavy ass piece of metal around his fucking neck and shit. Oh, something needs to be around her neck so bad. And tighten. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit here is so demonic. It's not even funny. You can see determination in his face. Like he's on a mission. He cannot walk. He cannot talk. He can't even hold his body frame up. He cannot reposition those legs right here, right now in front of your face. He cannot speak. He screeches very loudly. He does not eat food. He does not eat food. He never eats food. He does not eat food. He's almost 3. This is all due to his mammy. It's not enough. It's not enough people knowing about this. It's not enough fucking anger. It's not enough tries. It's not enough. You got devils doing the devil's work. Look at these devils in his face. Playing in his face after they prop him up like this. Bitch, they gotta be on crack or something. These motherfuckers here is on drugs. How the fuck can you sit here and prop this child up and think that we're gonna sit here and look at it and think that this shit is some real live fucking real shit? Like there's something happening here that is worthy of praise. Like there is something there. This is some normal ass shit. Like he's accomplishing something here. No, he is fucking stuck, struggling and trying. Even if you just walk up and you see him like this and you don't know shit else, you know he fucking struggling. And he can't change from exactly how he is right there. Bitch, do you want to stay fucking stuck like that? If I could put a curse on these niggas, it would be for them to be stuck just like that for the rest of their goddamn life. Just stuck. Just like that. I'd be cool with just that. Stuck. Bitch, if you eat, somebody got to give it to you. Oh, guess what? He don't eat. So guess what you going to get? A bottle. People can walk by your ass just like they used to do to black folks in the zoo and give your ass a bottle, bitch. Who gonna change your diaper? Fuck if I know. Back when I used to want to be I Dream of Jeannie and shit, I would love to be her. Cause both of y'all niggas would be, I got other plans for Kashawn, but both of these niggas we see in this video will be in that playpen for the rest of their goddamn life. Stuck just like that. One on each side. Doing exactly what Junior doing. for the rest of their goddamn life. Stuck just like that. Ain't no way he 3 years old and can't get out that fucking playpen. Fuck that playpen at 3 years old. Bullshit. You pull out a playpen for a 3-year-old, their mama gonna laugh at you. Like, I don't know what you about to do with that. You about to toss some toys in there for storage or something? Like, what you? I don't know what you about to do with that. A 3-year-old will kick and scream and yell at you and fight you if you pick them up and try to put them in that jail. It's jail at that point. They not even trying to. That's like trying to take somebody to down jail. You see how that dude just fought the officer? That's exactly how they gonna fight your ass. As soon as they see you try to put it. It's even earlier than that in age. They ain't trying to be locked down and no shit like that. And then when you put them in there, and they gotta be a baby. They gotta be a baby to sit and stay in that shit. But as soon as they hit a certain age and their mind wants to get out and adventure, it's over with that shit. That's just danger. Because it could tip. What if that shit tip over while he's steady going back and forth with that and he fall on his face on that hard ass floor? What's she gonna do? Leave him there like when he fell the other night? And she left him there? Now, I'm gonna show who this nigga is, and then we gonna get back real quick and finish up with old boy. So here's why I say exactly who this dude is.
All right, y'all. Shout out to the person who commented and gave me this information. I looked it up. Tank Davis, trainer. Calvin Ford.
Calvin Ford.
Calvin Ford. That's the trainer that you see in there mocking Junior. Because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all mocking that little boy and playing with him.
That's what it is, chick.
Now we need the name of the boxing ring. We need the address. And I need y'all to get on over there and do what you do. Reviews, comments, messages, whatever. Let them know. This ain't cool and we ain't having it.
Not at all. Rent it.
And you know, I see that Calvin Ford had some assault charges in 2004.
And did.
You know, Tank also, last time that I checked, he wanted for some assault. So
and is.
I guess they like him like that, huh?
Trash.
Well, as adults, you can do what you want to do, but when it comes to this child, we're not doing that, baby. We not doing it.
Not.
Them boys struggling. And he down here playing in his face. And the only reason why he was even in a playpen is because people had something to say about him being on the floor. Now, let's say this dude got children or he's a grandfather. We know good and well that he wouldn't allow his children or his grandchildren to be treated this way. And you know good and well that they see the drama online. That's one of the reasons why they dealing with her.
Now, this is shit right here, because I'm in the room.
I don't know what he's trying to say.
Is it gonna
Javante
pause?
Davis.
Let me rewind it a little bit because it won't let me pause. So I'm gonna say something about this shit. I couldn't wait to talk shit about this. I'm in the room. Clearly, I'm talking in my phone, whatever I'm doing, whether I'm doing a video, whatever you know I'm doing. Don't fuck with me when I'm talking in my phone. I could be on a conversation, whatever. I don't like nobody, especially if I don't even fucking know you. The audacity. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga steady trying to get my attention. He wanted me to get up and grab something and bring it to him. I was being real nice. I'm just gonna say that. I was real nice about the situation. Somebody else came and helped him out, but I was real nice because I don't give a fuck what you want. I'm on the phone. Figure it out. I don't know you. I don't even know you. I hate when people do that. It tell me exactly what kind of motherfucker you is. Fuck.
So, Calvin Ford, the Javante Davis's trainer, that's who you see in the video playing with Junior, playing in Junior's face. While Junior stands stuck in a position with his legs wide open, trying to get out the playpen or do something. He can't do nothing for himself. But homeboy just standing there playing in his face. They deserve no peace. Get to it, y'all.
Straight up.
All
Straight
right,
up.
y'all. Shout out to the person who commented.
So that we don't do this all damn day, let's get back and finish off with the David updates. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to continue with that video, but just to see if there's something there, I'm gonna do a little bit of it. Just seeing where they're going with this. See
what they would have gone on and parked at when they went on the walk that was depicted in the pictures that were released.
I don't know. What do you guys think about that? It's just coincidence that they put a crime scene tape on there? It's just probably nothing, or something's going on.
All right, let's fast forward past this bullshit. We already talked about that.
Where...
You're invited to join Phoenix Energy's next webinar, where you can drill deeper into
Thanks
our
for the
bond
commercial,
offerings.
YouTube.
We currently offer 2 investment opportunities.
Popular tourist destination. There's not hella people around here. This is a low-key spot. This is a low-key spot you might go to with your A minor and, you know what I mean, be planning some nefarious things. I do think it's quite interesting. And I think, for me, I'm a stickler for details. So I just find this really interesting. Like, this is super secluded. There's not really many people around. It does look a bit creepy. The fact there's crime scene tape up there is a little bit suspect to me, okay? And I do think that I've got to shout him out for even going there and checking out these areas, right? And so he'll basically show the specific place that David might have driven that actually could have resulted in damage to his vehicle, because he's talking about he might have missed a turning, dinged up his car, and there was rumors that the Tesla was actually damaged. So let's check this out.
So let's see.
It's not a rumor.
So
we
right here,
saw
what I
it,
did was I went straight and went over here where this barrier is, and I just went straight. You're supposed to make a sharp turn right here, a left turn. And so what I did was just continued over here. And this takes you all the way up here to these mountains. I think that's where David, in my opinion, busted up his Tesla, because there's no room up here. Look how secluded it is. So I was going to fly the drone right here, but look at all these power lines. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't. I already had one accident. I don't know if I was allowed to go in there, but I did because it was open. This area right here, see that? So I just, it says road closed. Oh, shoot. I didn't know that. Look. Whoops.
So he's exploring every nook and cranny of this spot, right? And he would identify more spots that were actually seen in David and Celeste's photos later on here. So he really dug deep and he was trying to find like every single area, anything that you might recognize from some of that social media,
which was closed. So I was only able to hike this little area. I wasn't able to go beyond the crime scene tape, or else I would have gotten fined $5,000. I mean, I almost wanted to cross it just to go and bite the bullet, and pay the $5,000 fine. Over time in payments, a couple bucks a month. I almost wanted to do that. Maybe pay $2 a month or something like that.
Be closed in reference.
I really was considering.
Because 9 times out of 10, with David posting all those pictures, people be kind of crazy about shit like that. And a lot of people, I can see them now wanting to go up there and it could be potentially dangerous, and people also, you never know what they're gonna do when they get there too. So there's that. If it's not a place that they necessarily wanted people to be accessing anyway, and just for the most part, when it's like that, people don't access it. And if they do, they're probably very, very experienced and nothing really happens. But then when you get people who, they're not experienced hikers or outdoors people or whatever, and they go in places like that, and then, somebody comes up missing, whether it was known to be from that area or not, but he's posting pictures of that area. Him and her was there right before it happened. A lot of people gonna try to come up there on that bullshit. So I can possibly see them going ahead and closing off these areas. Whether it's, they collect evidence or not, probably not to collect evidence, but who knows? Mainly to probably keep people out. So that's what they're doing. Y'all can go to Trap Lord Ross is doing this from somebody else's video. I'm not sure who the person is, but it says breaking down. Oh, it's Mark. It just says Mark. Breaking down David's Instagram photos on scene at Angeles National Forest. Okay. So it seems like it's something pretty interesting if you watch it. It's 3 hours long. Okay. It's 3 hours and almost 10 minutes long. So he went up there and then he said Bigfoot. And then he actually, did some mapping. And I'm pretty sure it's pretty interesting at best, but that's all I'm giving it for now, at least. So we done went over Sloan's bullshit ass video. Sloan, you ought to be ashamed of your damn self for that. So David's friend arrested, blah blah blah. I don't know. This was just
Big update in the Celeste Rivas Hernandez case. An associate of singer.
Was I hear you talking like that? Out of there. Out of there. I can't stand them freaking AI voices with a passion. So we're not doing that. Let's go to Law and Order real quick. I think that would be the last one that I saved for this shit.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high-quality, non-GMO groceries and recipes that help me feel my best daily. Hungry.
Yeah.
One of David's friends has just been arrested out in Montana. Let's discuss. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Neo.
Okay, breaking news. We're literally jumping on right now. We're getting information
Looks
as
so
I'm
weird.
recording, but TMZ has reported
Jesse,
that a friend of
looks
singer
weird.
David, somebody we've talked about a lot here on Sidebar, this guy named Neo Langston has been arrested out in Montana. Now, it seems to be for failure to report as a witness. Why is that important? It is important because, as we've been reporting, there is apparently a grand jury that has been impaneled and has been hearing evidence in connection with the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who was found dead, her decomposed body found in a Tesla reportedly registered to singer David. This was back in September out in Los Angeles. And to be clear, David hasn't been charged or officially implicated in any crime, but with the reports of a grand jury, this is a flexible situation. We've always wondered what could come of that. Now, according to a representative for the Lewis and
It's
Clark
interesting
County
how
Jail, there was this.
Hold on, pause, because I ain't gonna do too much talking through this, but I have to do some talking. I'm kind of tired of talking, to be honest with you. But in this shot right here, is it? Fuck. Where? I can't. Then I stop there. Okay. So in this shot, whatever y'all saw it. It's interesting how he did his hair like this. Try to make it look like he had like, curly hair, good hair, whatever, people say good hair is. And it's just like a little look that he created, but that's not really how his hair goes. Like he just got regular nappy nigga hair. You know what I'm saying? This guy is just on that
representative
bullshit.
for the Lewis and Clark County
He on that
Jail,
bullshit.
there was this warrant out for Langston's arrest. And as the information's coming out, again, we looked at the court records. It seems to be 23 years. He's 23 years old. It was originally for an unspecified warrant. So at first, while we couldn't confirm exactly what it was for, TMZ reported, though, that this warrant was out of Los Angeles, and it was for failure to appear as a witness. And by the way, he's currently being held without bond. And TMZ has also reported that police in Montana have been working with LAPD's robbery homicide division. And we believe that has been the unit that has been heading up this investigation into what happened to Celeste. By the way, this jail is out in Montana, population about 70,000. The jail is in Helena. It's the capital city. It's almost 1,200 miles from LA. So we think about that. Now, why is this also important? It's important based on our past reporting, because as we previously discussed on Sidebar, TMZ reported that with this grand jury apparently being in panel, there was a discussion, an alleged discussion outside the courtroom about an uncooperative witness. Okay, we go back to a conversation that may have happened in December between Deputy District Attorney Beth Silverman, who we believe may be spearheading this case, and attorney Evan Jennis. And Jennis represents apparently both a witness, so maybe Neil Langston, and Robert Morgenroth. Now, Robert Morgenroth is apparently the head of David's touring company and a manager of his label. We previously reported that Morgenroth has been potentially questioned, and we previously reported that Morgenroth had been questioned in front of this grand jury. Obviously, we don't know anything officially. Authorities aren't going to confirm it, but that's based a lot on the reporting, including from TMZ.
I wonder what it
So if
really
you
is
have an
like.
uncooperative witness, and now you have Neil Langston being arrested out in
What's the weather like where y'all at? Because I know it's supposed Derek, you the only one typing in chat, so fuck everybody else. Okay, if you watching, you ain't typing. I don't care what your weather's like. I wonder. So I'm gonna be checking the weather. Okay, my wig sliding back, y'all. Gotta bring it back forward now. Bring it back forward. Now we can come on here, ball, but we don't need no wigs falling off in the middle of the. Nah. See what's going on. I did. So it's cold as shit. They tell me it's gonna snow, ice, all this bull crap. Blah 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 blah. Who did it? Who done it? Cause why? Just why? We don't need all this cold weather.
Montana, potentially for failure to appear as a witness. You put two and two together, we're starting to see what might be going on here. Now, Neil Langston, we believe, is a friend of David. We've seen him in photos with the singer. He has posted content himself. Don't know the exact connection. We also don't know if Celeste, if he knew Celeste, if he had a relationship with Celeste of some kind. And again, we can't officially confirm that he was supposed to be testifying about, in front of this grand jury. But again, we're trying to put two and two together. I want to bring on retired Detective Commander Will Svilar to talk about this. Will, thank you so much for coming on.
See, this is dumb.
Again,
I
we're
don't
still
even want
developing this and
y'all.
still
I ain't
looking
even
for
gonna
breaking news as we record this. This is a big development. Your thoughts?
As a small business owner, you need a tax service that lets you focus on your business while maximizing savings and providing year-round support. Try TurboTax Experts for Business. You'll be matched with a business tax expert that specializes.
This is a pointless ass video. I'd rather go back and watch the dude explore the pictures and shit. Fuck these people
if he's
and fuck
being held.
Sloan. You okay? So this is clearly old because now he's in Los Angeles and he has the bail, right? But even at this point, you do this 25 degrees. Yeah, it says it's raining here, but then when I try to open the weather widget, it doesn't open. I'm like, okay. He said he not even sure about shit he's saying. So what you talking about for damn near 20 minutes, nigga?
If he had a relationship with Celeste of some kind. And again, we can't officially confirm that he was supposed to be testifying about, in front of this grand jury.
Right
but
here.
Again, we're trying to put two and two together.
You can't officially confirm. What was he arrested for? A glass. What was he arrested for? Wasn't he arrested for not testifying? You just said you can't confirm whether or not he was supposed to testify. It's time for me to log off. I've been telling from the beginning of this case, they've been making videos about nothing. And they don't even care. They don't even care. They don't even care. 20 minutes. You know how many people watch this video? Fucking 20 minutes. What did you really get out of this video? 20 minutes. You can't confirm. What you mean you can't confirm? So what are you talking about? Where did he get something from TMZ and then he just ran with it so they can be like first and shit? It's just
Together.
weird.
I want to bring on retired Detective Commander Will Svilar
What the
to
fuck
talk
is he
about this.
gonna
Will,
say?
thank you so much for coming on.
Listen, he was arrested for not testifying or he wasn't arrested for not testifying. Clearly, the news reports are saying, yeah, he was arrested for not testifying and he was sent back to his place. That's about all you got. But all these people be doing all this bullshit. This is from the Indiana Times. In Montana, of course, he was arrested, blah, blah, blah. David on that bullshit. This picture doesn't even make any sense. Oh, y'all can't. Let me share the other screen. This look he be giving, this forced, I'm cool, I'm a model, I'm the rock star, like I don't know what the fuck he think he is. But it's never given. Anytime I see a shot with him, it's given, I'm trying my hardest, but I know I'm not that nigga. Like, this does not look like this is my regular natural swag. This look like am I cool though? Is this believable and shit? So if y'all don't remember, officers first responded to tow that Tesla. They called the tow facility on September the 8th of last year after receiving reports of a foul odor coming from a vehicle. Now, during the inspection, they found her human remains, Celeste, this young lady you're looking at, 14 years old. Okay. She's found inside of the car, and detectives later executed a search warrant at Donny Place, a Donny Place area property where several items of evidence were recovered as investigators continue to pursue multiple leads. And of course, he hasn't been charged, blah, blah, bullshit, whatever the fuck. And then boom. And here is Neo. He failed to appear as witness. That's what they're saying. Fucking bullshit. So that was the last video that I was gonna play anyway. Seen the videos with Bruce Lee and Tupac and Cuba. Okay, anywho. There. Clearly you've seen them. I think that'll do. All this drink is running through me now. I bid you guys adieu. I do too. I ain't even gonna lie. I'll see y'all another day. It's 9 o'clock. I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Peace, peace.